Today is June the 25th, 2025. And the dream started this morning. It was very brief. Um, I was just soaring. There was a whole group of people just standing all about, and I was just soaring over the people. And every time I would soar to the right over the people, it was just beautiful. I felt so good. It just felt so good, like so much love was within me. And then I would swoosh out, I would come out, and just every group of people, they were all gathered together. I would go swooshing around and everything, just so much love, you know. And I woke up, and I didn't know, it was just really brief, and I didn't know, what it meant. I still don't know. I'm just speculating that I knew I was an angel in the dream. I knew I was an angel in the dream, but I didn't know, um, why I had all this good feeling and love and so my speculation would be because of prayer, and we all do it. I'm no different from anybody else. We hear these horrible stories or you read something, and what do? You pray for these people. And I just think that that's wonderful. Prayer works. And so I thought that that's what that meant. And the other dream that I wanted to share was it was May 29th. I knew that day my youngest daughter, was going to drop off her cat, my grandcat. And I had to babysit him for like three days, I believe it was. She dropped it off one day. Then they went to the concert the next day and they flew out. That's three, but it could have been four. But her and her sister went to Cali with a friend. They went to California. They like K-pop, so that's what they were doing. And so I knew she would drop the cat off. But that morning in the dream, I looked down and there was Buzz. And I'm like, what are you doing here? What are you doing here, Buzz? And I had these little plastic flowers by my bed. He done tore them up. They got strolled on the floor, right? And I'm just looking at him going, why are you here? What are you doing here? And then I hear this voice. I don't see anybody because I'm in a house. It's a beautiful house. There's no furniture. I'm standing there and I hear this voice go, she's crying. She's lamenting. And she's going, she lost her life. She's crying because she lost her life. I don't see her, but I hear her. And then from there, I noticed they could be bay windows, maybe not, I don't know, but they're large. And I'm just looking at the structure of the house. This is not my house. I'm looking out and it's nice big windows, light outside, greenery, the trees. You can see, I'm just standing there looking, I see the cars going by on the roads, right? And all of a sudden it's like a big drape. No creases, no wrinkles, just like a big box, It's red, completely red. And it starts from my right. It's on the street in front of me. And these are huge windows I'm looking out in this house. And it just goes straight by. And it stops to the left side, blocking that window. And it's just completely red from top to bottom, like a big, huge square. No wrinkles. It's nothing there. It's just completely a square. So I'm going to look out. I'm going to look at this. So I go out and they had an entryway. Even though the windows are there, they have a little entryway. You go out and then there's the door, right? And I noticed there's two locks. There's two locks on the door, but one lock is actually locked. And I look to my left and I see the shadow, because to my left had drapes, but they're the see-through kind of drapes that's on the window, right next to the door, but they're to the left of it. And I see these tall guys. I can't make them out. They look like they're 7 or 8 feet. Both of them, they were walking in unison, and they're coming toward the door. So you're like I'm seeing the silhouette of them. And it's the side where the big red stopped. And they're coming to the door, and I took off. I came out. I went, it's like I just made that little U and went to the other side. There's another door. Only there was no locks on this door. And I opened the door, and because I'm scared of these two guys, 7 feet and 8 feet tall. Come on now. I don't even know whose house I'm in. Okay, I wasn't scared of the cat. I wasn't scared of the lady. Who are you guys? So I opened the door. That was light. This door is completely black outside. It is like, and I'm thinking back to like, I didn't look it up. I never Googled. But like the 16, 17, like if you looked at Lord of the Rings back there, the whole streets were rocks. There were those rocks, these bricks, you know how they do, everything's brick, the buildings brick, the roadways brick. You expect to see the people on the horses, right? And all that was, it's like, is this way, so you would go this way, and then there was a street that would go that way. And that's it. And then on big building, everything's brick. Old. I don't know if it's 1600, 1500, 14, 1700. I don't know. Everything's old. Everything's brick. There's no vehicles on the street. And when I say vehicles, like whatever structure they would have used back then, there were no horses. There's no people. There were no people. There are no people. It's pitch black, like it's 2, 3 in the morning. A door change. What is that? Pitch black, and I'm standing there with my hand on the doorknob because I'm trying to run from them because I don't know who you are. And I'm standing there, and when you look to your left, there was one area like, you know, these buildings, houses have them where these arches. So even in that big building, you look, there was that huge arch where a vehicle could go through there, you know, whatever they would use, you know, where there's wagon or horses or people could walk through there. And I'm standing there, and all I saw was burnt orange red. You knew there was fire in there. When you went through there and went up in there, there was fire. There was no people. It was clean. There was not a piece of paper. There was no trash. It was completely clean, completely blackout. There were no people, and there was this hot fire that was burning in there. And I'm standing up in the door going, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go out there, right? And I woke up. I never let go of that door, and I woke up and I thought, I'm glad I didn't go out there. I don't know if that was HE double rattlesnakes. I don't know. But I was so scared of those two men that I honestly thought about going there. And then when I woke up, I'm glad I never let go of that doorknob. You notice, though, that door was unlocked. And the one on the side where it's light outside, is beautiful outside, is just heavenly, right? It had a lock on it. I noticed 2 locks, but when you look through that, you know how you look through the slit, you see the bar lock going through there was a lock. So, and I woke up and I was thinking, well, what if that lock was really on the other side? And those 2 men come in. So I don't know what that was about. I did look at the thing with Buzz. When I keep him and he wants whatever he wants, he communicates that way. When he first comes to you and he asks for food, if you don't get that food, he will attack whatever he can. Chew on your flowers, chew on this, tear this door down. He's getting your attention and he's telling you, I want it now. Like last time he came, when I said no, he came to them same flowers in that dream and wanted to do that. And I just moved him. He never destroyed anything, never went into the restroom and destroyed anything like he normally does because I just gave him his food. I just made sure the portions were really small and he didn't do any damage. The lady to my right, so that's getting my attention. She was letting me know she lost her life. And when I first woke up, I thought it was a fleshly life. I don't know. It could have been her spiritual life. Maybe she didn't. Maybe she's not going to get that kingdom life. I don't know. But in the dream, I thought it was her fleshly life. And she was a young girl. And she was just crying and lamenting. And I don't know if she was talking to me. I don't know if she was aware that I was there. You couldn't see her, but she was there. But as you know, that's the gift that I have ever since I was a small child. If I'm in a location and the spirit is there talking, I will hear them with my just like I'm talking to anyone else. If they want you to hear them, they can block it whenever they want. Sometimes spirits want to watch you, see you do all of it, but they don't want you seeing them. They don't want you hearing them, and they won't block it. But I'm not one of these people, that you go here and there and you hear, see. I'm not one of them people. It's a location thing for me, and it's only if they make it available. And so I didn't know what that meant. I just didn't know if that was HE double rattlesnakes. I didn't know if that was it's how you look at it. Catholics, you may look at 3 or 4 places of what you would be waiting in hell, like if you were in limbo or if you were the bosom of Abraham, different places like that. Protestants, however you look at it. There are some people that just feel like you just sleep. I'm not one of those people. I think you're somewhere, I like to call it a waiting area. So when I look at out there, that waiting area to me would be a world just like what we're used to. And so you go with what you believe in, what you know. So I didn't know if the angels were coming for me, because I did look at them as angels because they were really tall. But you know how I had this fear when they come. It's so powerful that I get to going. So I didn't know if it was me, but then I think about, what if it wasn't? What if it was for that lady? They were coming in there to do with that. I don't know, but I thought about it for a long time, and it makes you think about your steps in life, what you're doing. And the other thing, I see my time is running. I wanted to give you an update. I did pay the $1,500 on my teeth. Only got $300 to go. Remember, they rejected the bottom, so I got to do $1,000, which I don't wear. And then upstairs, I paid the $459. So altogether, it was right up under $1,500, $1,400 plus. And then I was gonna have to pay that $170 from the $340, the oral. They rolled it out. The dental place said they weren't gonna pay it. I paid the $340. I paid $176. They said it's illegal. They couldn't charge me for that. So that's great. I didn't have to do that. And really, out of $1,500, I only have $300 to go. I don't be playing. Only got $300. Well, I got $600 left to go. But in July, when I give the $300, I'll just have $300 to go for August, and then it'd be over. Okay, and so how they doing? I don't know. They're not perfect. I got the little bracket thing there. It's hard to talk, right? And I only wear them for like 3 or 4 hours. I may get to 5 hours a day and take them off. Everything I can eat with them, I can eat without them, because they're partials and I still have teeth, okay? So, they're not the greatest, but you know how people say it's for the ecstatic. You get out there, people, they probably prefer to see, even though you sound funny, they prefer to see you with that than nothing. So I better go. Clock's running down. Have a great day and take care of yourself. Bye-bye.